because right now it doesn't say that we're online. Maybe I should probably try and test out my phone. Oh, it says it's starting, receiving your content. So we're getting ready. We are getting ready. I don't know whenever it's going to say we're live. Apparently I've been live for 12 seconds, but I didn't know it. That was the first time. That things have messed up. What's up, Joshua? That's the first time that the YouTube live thing is kind of messed up. John, is that you or is that my brother John Ward? That's the question. What's up, everybody? But yeah, so for those of you who weren't here for the first couple seconds of this, I started the stream and it didn't let me know that it started. So the first 30 seconds of this live stream are probably just stupid. What's up, Jacob? I've been good. First live stream, Devil Dog, awesome. Well, welcome. I didn't get a chance to live stream last weekend because I was so busy and I just did not have time at all. This weekend, I was going to be pressed for time because I was supposed to have drill this weekend. Drill got canceled because of the whole government shutdown thing. So basically, if you're in the National Guard, if you were in the Army Reserves and you had drill this weekend, they probably canceled. Oh, okay, it is John, my brother. They canceled the drill for basically the entire United States of America. If you were in the Army Reserves or National Guard, it was canceled. And for those of you in the chat, to give my little brother some love, John Ward in the chat is my little brother. So, what's up, everybody? You're awesome, Matt. Thank you. Marines. Dalton, are you planning on going to the Marines? Thank you, Jacob. What was your MOS? My MOS used to be 25 Bravo, which is an IT specialist. So basically, the job of a 25 Bravo is to set up and maintain the network and computers. So what that means is you basically set up the internet and communication lines between different devices. So, and also, like, if any computers are broken, it's kind of the 25 Bravo's job to fix that. Can I have mod, please? Not yet. Usually the mod guys, those are guys like Edge. He's been around for quite a while. So he's been around for quite a while. But to get mod, you gotta be special. And I have to communicate with you more. But I have no clue they would cancel drill over that. Yeah, Trenton, basically the reason that they canceled drill is because if we did go to drill today, we wouldn't get paid for it. So why would we be there if we're not going to get paid for it? So they just send everybody home. This is the second time actually that this has happened. I think they had a similar like government shutdown thing. I don't know if it was last year, as in like, well, it's 2018 now, so like 2 years ago. I think they had one. It was one of my first, no, it may not have been one of my first drills, but I'm pretty sure something similar like this happened before where we didn't have to go to drill. It was like just one of the drill days or something, but this time it was the entire thing. Because for those of you who aren't following me on Snapchat, you can follow me right here. But I told you guys on Snapchat this morning, I ended up going to drill and calling my first sergeant and was like, what the heck? Because today we were supposed to do PT in the mornings, and since I have a 300 for my PT score, the new company commander for my unit said that if you have a 270 or higher, which is a 90, 90, 90 in each event, then when we have PT in the mornings, you don't have to go to it. So I didn't have to go to PT. I showed up at like 9 o'clock instead of like 6 o'clock. And I get there, I get to the front gate, and I'm like, there's nobody on guard duty right now. Like, why isn't there anybody here at the front gate? So I go up and I pull up to the thing, and I press the little gate button for somebody to open the door for me. And I'm like, what the heck? Sit there. And then I call my first sergeant, and I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, yeah, drill's canceled for the weekend. We sent everybody home. And I was like, well, that's crazy. But also, thanks for telling me because that's kind of sucky. But anyways, yeah, I was really surprised. I'm just like, dang it. Because the sucky thing is because if you are in the National Guard or the Army Reserves and you go to a unit that's like 3-4 hours away, these people just all over the entire country had to drive like 3 or 4 hours, possibly the night before or maybe the morning of, and leave early, get there, and then be told to just go right back home. And that's just a total pain. Combat engineering, the thing that you want to think about with that is basically they blow stuff up. that's a really general consensus on that. But yeah, so like if you're on a convoy and there's something blocking the road and it needs to be cleared, maybe like a combat engineer will go up and rig the obstacle to blow up and clear the road, or you might blow up a door just to enter into the door. So that's something. That is the thing. Last one was in 2015. Interesting. 16 days in 2013. Now I'm missing a lot of y'all's comments. What do you think about Rangers? Rangers are awesome. That's what I think. I'm trying to go get into 11 Bravo. Should be pretty easy to get. If you want infantry, it's not like you're gonna be. It's not gonna be as difficult as getting like 68 whiskey or something like that, or Cyber 17 Charlie, is what it is. Thank you, Deanna Cover. I'm not even gonna say the last name because I screwed that up. Is it possible to lose weight in 4 months for basic training? I'm trying to reach 165. I'm 185 pounds. Yeah, it'd be, yeah, you could lose 20 pounds, especially if you're first starting out at 185. Super easy. Super easy. Especially in the 4 months. You just got to work at it. So he's been called Shoot 'em Up since like the beginning of the month. What? Gaming Blonde? No, I mean, yeah, I just changed my name to Matt Ward on YouTube at the beginning of this month. I think it was probably like January 3rd or something. I had planned to do it January 1st, like New Year, just changing the new name on like that day, but I did not have the time to get everything set up and make the YouTube header. If you didn't notice, I've got a new YouTube header. It looks a lot better on the desktop because you can actually see the full thing on the app on your phone. It doesn't actually show the full thing. So, anyways, the only cool rank is 74 Charlie because you get a effing radio on your back. Yeah, the radio on your back is also a target on your back. There's a lot of jobs like that. There's a lot of jobs like being like a radio guy, or being like the platoon leader, or being some kind of leadership position, or being a medic. You know, people always say, oh, if you have that job, it's, you know, you have a target on your back, and whenever you're deployed, the enemy wants to kill you first because they know that, you know, you're the medic, and if they kill the medic, then other people will die easier or whatever. Same thing with the radio guy. If you kill the guy with the radio, then they're not going to be able to communicate. If you kill the leader, they're going to have a breakdown in the structure. So I'm pretty much every job, like, I don't really worry about that crap. So, but yeah, that's a common thing. If you have the radio, you kill the guy with the radio because they can't communicate. You must feel famous, Matt Ward. I don't. I do not. But things have definitely gotten crazy recently. I'm super behind on. Well, I'm pretty much behind all the time now on my Instagram and Snapchat for messages and stuff. I definitely can't get to all the comments anymore. I get to a lot of them, especially whenever I first upload all of you guys. But on Instagram and Snapchat, I mean, I probably get 50. I think it's probably 50 to 60 messages a day, and that just takes up a lot of time. And a lot of times, like whenever I'm at the gym, I'll message you guys and talk to you guys in between workouts and stuff. But that's a big change and stuff that I didn't expect for this YouTube thing. What's up, JT? Do a backflip. I can't do a backflip. I mean, I can do multiple backflips on a trampoline. If you give me a trampoline, I basically grew up on a trampoline. Like, I'm not even kidding you guys. I was homeschooled up until like 5th grade, and my family had 2 trampolines, and that was just where we were all the time because I was homeschooled. I was home all the time, and you can pretty much just play when you're homeschooled. So I like grew up on a trampoline. Remember the good old days when your name was called, or when you were called Shoot 'em Up 89? Yeah, the true Matt Ward or Shoot 'em Up fans, they're gonna remember when my name on YouTube was Shoot 'em Up 89. And I mean, if you look back at old videos, I've got the thing that is right here. So phenomenal. Hey Matt, plan on enlisting in the Marines once I graduate high school in 2020. Any tips? Super nervous yet? It seems so far away. Yeah, 2020 is pretty far away, especially if you're looking at enlisting after high school, which will be the summer. So you got 2.5 years. So my advice to you is basically the same as everybody else, which is do your best to get in shape. You know, you're probably, I would assume, maybe 16 years old, 15, 16 years old now. So you can actually kind of start working out. If you're a 12-year-old, there's really no point in working out. It's just kind of try not to get fat. But when you're 15, 16, you can really start working out and really getting in shape. So that's a big thing. Don't skimp out on the running and all that. So that's my biggest tip. Don't worry about knowledge and figuring out, you know, all this other stuff until like right up before you leave, because if you learn something right now, 2 years later, you're not going to remember it. So Shoot 'em up now will always be near and dear to your true subscribers' hearts. Yeah. Maybe one day. It's going to be so weird. One day, I know it's going to happen. One day, there's going to be so many people who are just like, why does he have Shoot 'em up 89 on his first videos? Or like, why do people still say that? One day it's going to happen. Man, there's 104 people watch this right now. Crazy, yo. Try not to get fat, yeah. But I mean, the big thing when you're trying to stay in shape, you know, relatively, it doesn't take that much. You know, even if you have a super slow metabolism, I mean, just watch what you eat and eat in moderation. A big thing that's helped me, if you watched my 10,000 calorie challenge video that I did for my 10,000 subscribers, which is crazy and which is the title of this video, holy crap, we're getting really close to 20,000 subscribers. That's going to happen like by the end of this week or next week, because it's Friday right now. Or wait, what day is today? It's Saturday. So by the end of next week, like next Sunday, I'm probably going to have 20,000 subscribers, which is just crazy. So we're getting super close. But for my 10,000 subscriber video, I did the 10,000 calorie challenge as well. Shot a whole bunch of ammo, which was a lot of fun. But something that I have been doing myself is eating smaller portions. So kind of forcing yourself to just grab a smaller plate. And whenever I'm at home on Sundays and stuff, my mom always gives me a lot of crap. She's like, grab a big plate. Why are you grabbing such a small plate? Well, I grab such a small plate because I can only put so much stuff on there, and it just limits how much you eat. And by doing that, I mean, it's not like you're starving yourself. You're still filling up the plate, but you're not like stuffing a just huge plate and then feeling like you have to eat it all. And then that's an extra 800 calories that you really didn't need to feel full. So it doesn't take a lot to stay relatively not fat. So that's my opinions anyways. I leave May 22nd and graduate May 19th. Congrats. Are you graduating from high school? Man, what high schools graduate that early? Luke, your phone is not working. That sucks, bro. My brother's in basic training as a 35 Fox. Awesome. T-Dog 2000. Shout out to your brother. Let's make this quote famous, guys. Try not to get fat. I mean, it's the truth. Like, so many people want to, like, that are younger, ask for advice and stuff like this, and just there's not much you can do as far as mentally training when you're super young. Just try not to get fat. That's the biggest thing. I mean, really. Running is probably the best thing that you can do because, again, you're not going to be building a whole bunch of muscle when you're 13 years old. Chelsea Manning interview for 20K. I honestly don't know who that is. I mean, maybe I would if I saw her, but I honestly don't know who that is. What caused you to join the military? Ever since I was literally a little kid. Probably one of the earlier memories that I have is me and my older brother. Me and my older brother watching a bunch of documentaries and just videos and stuff about the military and cops in general, because I also, whenever I was super little, I wanted to be a cop. But, you know, whenever I was younger, watching these military army videos, and I just always wanted to be in the army. So there was probably nothing that really made me want to do it. I just kind of always kind of wanted to do that, wanted to be a part of the military in general, army more specifically. And then I honestly didn't know about the Army Reserves. I had wanted to join active duty right after high school. Things didn't work out. Didn't know really what the Army Reserves was. As soon as I found out, like literally, if you've ever watched the videos of my stories of why I joined the Army Reserves and why I joined the Army Reserves and not active and all that stuff, I tell you guys in those videos that, like, literally, as soon as I figured out what the Army Reserves was, I went and I talked to the recruiter and I swore in, like, the next week, and I picked the earliest shipping date after my college semester was over, because I think the last day of my college class was like May 6th or something, and I left for basic training on May 12th. So I picked it just as soon as I could go because I knew that this is what I wanted to do. And yeah, beer is my downfall. I mean, you can drink. But you can't drink excessively, because especially if you're trying to really, really get in shape, alcohol and stuff slows down your protein synthesis, and you're not going to be able to build muscle or maintain your muscle as well if you are drinking a lot. Occasionally it's okay, but how hot will it roughly be at Fort Benning in the summer months? It's going to be hot. Let me tell you, it's going to be hot. I went to Fort Benning over the summer. I left, again, May 12th, and I graduated basic training at Fort Benning July 24th, so just before August. So July and August are going to be super hot, so I got a really good chunk, especially towards the end. So like during my final FTX and stuff, it was really hot. And it's going to be hot. It's going to be over 100 degrees some days. It's going to be super humid every single day. You're literally, you're just, especially if you're not from the South, you're going to be surprised. You're just going to walk outside and you're going to start sweating. The only good thing, like literally the only good thing to it being so hot is it just sucks all the time, and you just get used to it. You just get used to sweating. Your entire uniform will just be drenched all the time because you're just sweating. You're doing a whole bunch of stuff. You're wearing gear on top of that. It's just hot because you just imagine, military uniforms. I feel like they're not as hot as you might think, but whenever you're wearing them in hot weather, but then they're also not as cold as you might think during cold weather, if that makes any sense. But you got gear on top of you, so you're going to have a bunch of gear and basically an entirely pants and a jacket, t-shirt on top of your gear. It's going to be hot. So I feel like I missed a lot of stuff. John Ward, you proud of your bro? You better be, John. If you're watching this with Mackenzie and Sailor, say hey. My little brother John Ward, that's on my the chat right now. His daughter Sailor is got to be the cutest little girl in the world. I'm telling you guys. Where is it? I think I posted it on my Instagram. Yeah, this little, you can't really see it, but oh my gosh, it's on my Instagram. You guys can check it out. But that's his daughter. She's just the cutest thing ever. Like, ever, period, end of story. What's a tattoo policy? Again, just real quick, the tattoo policy is basically from the wrist down and from the neck up. If you have a tattoo in either one of those areas, you're either going to have to get it removed or you're not going to be able to do it. So can you pick your ship date, new info? Yes and no. For me, I got to pick a couple selections, so I think there was like 3 different choices I had. It didn't say what base I was going to go to for basic training. It didn't say I was going to go to Fort Benning or Fort Jackson or whatever, at least from what I can remember. But he told me that there was like 3 options. It was like May 12th, it was like May 28th, and like June something. So I got to pick the day, kind of. You don't just get to pick anything. That was my case. But I know it's not going to be the case like that for everybody. So yes and no, you can kind of pick the shipping date. I'm listing in 2020, down 20 pounds out of 30. I'm going into the Air Guard. Hopefully, as a mechanic, I'm 21 already, graduated college, just fixing some financial problems before I go. That is awesome. Good, yeah, good for you. Like, get your financial situation, all that stuff definitely squared away before you leave. I do want to make a video kind of talking about that. Some of the things that you really need to make sure that you have squared away and ready is one of those things is your financial situation. You don't want to be leaving for basic training or the Air Force basic training, whatever they call it or whatever. You don't want to be leaving having a bunch of those issues. So I think I'm getting some messages from you guys on Instagram. And Mackenzie messaged me. Oh, she sent me a video. I can't play the video. At least I don't think so. I'm sure it might be the stream. Why don't you get a YouTube channel and piggyback off your fame? I don't think I'm famous or anything yet. I think if like, for example, if my brother or like my dad is wanting to make a YouTube channel. My niece is wanting to make a YouTube channel. If I were to be like, hey guys, go watch. Maybe some of you guys might watch a little bit, but I don't think it's not gonna be like, oh, they're all of a sudden just super started. But anyways, I have a 2-year-old stuck between reserves and guard. What? Your fans think you're famous and fantastic. But see, for me, I still feel like I have, not as many subscribers as I do. I'm telling you, when I look at that number, sometime tonight, I'm going to hit 19,000 subscribers. And that's just crazy to me. It's really crazy to me. And, on my Snapchat, the amount of people that view my Snapchats and Instagram stuff is just crazy, mind-blowing to me. Matt, what's it like living in the Army? What do you do when you're not doing a mission? So, what do you do when you're not doing a mission? I want to touch on that real quick. Doing a mission, so that's actually extremely vague when it comes to the military. A mission could be anything from like a literal, what you might be thinking about a mission, which is kind of like preparing for and going out and possibly killing people or securing an area, something kind of more combat related. A mission could also be to just build something. Or a mission could be something totally non-combat related. You just kind of have a mission of conducting, I don't know, some kind of field day where everybody plays a whole bunch of games. So what do you do when you're not doing a mission? You always have a mission or a goal. A mission is kind of more like a goal, something that you're trying to accomplish. So you're always trying to accomplish or working towards accomplishing your mission. So you're always trying to do that no matter what the mission is. And then what's it like living in the Army? Also a little vague. It kind of depends on if you're married or not married. If you're not married and you're a lower enlisted soldier, you're going to be basically living kind of like the dorm life, like in college. And then if you are married, then you're going to get a house or an apartment that the government or the military will pay for. And if you're stationed stateside, it's a little bit more like a normal job, just with the addition of PT and a military layer of discipline and structure stacked on top of that, if that makes any sense. So that's not that bad, but it's just when you're deployed, that's going to be a big difference. So, yeah, MEPS was just boring. Yeah, see, MEPS is definitely boring. Nice to see your channel growing. I've been viewing since you had 3,000 subscribers. You're a true fan, bro. You are a true fan. Those are the good old days, y'all. Those were the good old days. I remember the first time I think I did a live stream was around about the 3,000 to 4,000 subscriber mark, and I think there was only like 10 people watching. So now there's 100, so that's really good. Over 100 actually. Does it cost anything to join or go to basic? No, the government will pay you to join and go to basic. So definitely the opposite of that. They might even offer you a bonus, That's also something else I want to make a video talking about, like the pay in the military, because a lot of people don't understand that the pay in the military that you might look up when you just Google is just the base pay. So that's just the base pay that you get, and there's all these other different kind of pays that you could get on top of that. So like, let's say for example, you want to live off a post, your rent is $700 a month, so you get a very, nice little affordable place, and the government pays you $1,100 a month for that housing. Well, you can keep that extra $400. If you have extra kids and if you have family, you're gonna get extra pay for each one of your kids and stuff. If you leave for something and are separated from your family for longer than 30 days, I believe, you get something that's called separation pay. You also get hazardous duty pay, and when you get deployed, your pay is tax-free. So the base pay that you look up whenever you kind of just Google the pay of the military, it's actually going to be more than that, also taking out taxes of both of them. Unless you're deployed, it's going to be generally more than that, unless you're just stationed stateside and you're living on post and stuff. So Aren't you able to get a $40,000 bonus if you qualify for it? Yes. But the bonus, like, they pretty much every single job is like, oh, yeah, you're eligible up to a $40,000 bonus. They don't actually offer $40,000 bonuses for every single job. Even if you're extremely qualified and you get a 99 on your Asvab and you're experienced in the field, that doesn't guarantee that you're going to get a $40,000 bonus. For me, myself, I got a $15,000 bonus whenever I went. Some of that could have to do with my ASVAB score was pretty high. I had, experience kind of in the field of what I was actually kind of going in to do. And at the time, they just so happened to be doing a $15,000 bonus for that job. So you're not going to be guaranteed like $40,000. I think most people probably end up getting if you get a bonus, probably a $7,500 bonus, $10,000 bonus. $15,000 like what I got is a little bit more on the high end. So anyways, what was your ASVAB score? I got a 91. And before you guys ask me what did I use to study, I did not study at all. Whenever I went to the recruiter's office the first time and I took the practice one, I got something in the 80s. I can't remember what it was. And the recruiter just straight up told me, he was like, you do not have to study for the ASVAB. He was like, just don't even bother. So I didn't study for the ASVAB. I took it, probably like 4 days later, 5 days later. I don't remember. It was like a week later. Took the ASVAB, got a 91. Bonuses are taxed about 30%. Oh, yeah, that's another thing, Jonathan. Yeah. The other thing, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. It literally doesn't make sense to me. Because a lot of times when you get stuff from the military, it's tax-free. For example, my ROTC stipend that I get every month is $500 a month because I'm a contracted cadet that's a senior in ROTC, so I get $500 a month. The GI Bill is tax-free. But when you sign up for the military and you get a signing bonus, they're like, oh, yeah, for my case, you get a $15,000 bonus, right? Why don't they tell you that you're going to get it taxed like ridiculous? Like, yeah, it's going to be like 30% tax off of that, so 30%, I don't know, what you take off, I don't know, what's 30%? That's, $4,000-ish dollars if I can do math off of that, because what you do is you get in the Army, it can be different in other branches, but in the Army specifically, after AIT, you'll get half your bonus. So in my case, it was $7,500, but then that was taxed down to like $5,800 or something like that. So it's like, why don't they just tell you, instead of saying, hey, you're going to get a $15,000 bonus and then we're just going to tax it and take it all back, or take thousands of dollars back, why don't they just tell you, hey, you're going to get a $12,000 bonus tax-free? That's what my opinion should be. Like, why? It makes no sense to me. Like, they're literally just giving you money to take it back. And I feel like it would make people happier too, in my opinion. $4,500. And thank you, Matt. How about you opening a PO box for $20K? I've had people request me to do a PO box so you guys can send me stuff. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I feel like I don't like asking you guys for stuff. So if I open a PO box, I feel like it's just like asking for you guys to send me stuff. I don't feel like I should do that. You guys are all saying yes, but I mean, eventually maybe, some people have said things about doing t-shirts. I don't want to do t-shirts yet. Whenever I do like a t-shirt, I actually have like my own ideas, and I always thought it would be really cool. Like, I wouldn't do it to make money at all. I would literally just do it because I want to make some freaking cool t-shirts that are going to be really cool, and they're going to be good quality, and they're going to be affordable, because I just would like to do that. I mean, making money. So like, what, instead of, the price of a t-shirt for me would be $15 and then charging you guys $25 to $30 for it. No, like, I just charge you guys $15 because that's the price of the t-shirt for me, and I will get cool t-shirts. I was like, hey, this is like my shirt. That's plenty of awesomeness for me. So anyways, what's up, Zach? This is Zach Boyko? I have a scar on my forehead, no surgeries. Would that be a problem at MEPS? Brenda, whenever you get to MEPS, they are going to ask you, or literally kind of like search you a little bit for scars. So if you do have a scar, you're going to need to explain it. If you don't have a doctor's thing, I don't know. I mean, if it's like a really big scar, I don't really know what they would do. If it's just a tiny little thing and you're like, yeah, I just, got a scratch or whatever. The worst thing that would happen they would probably send you home if it's like a bad scar, but you never got a doctor's note. But then they might just send you to a doctor just to get it approved and all that stuff and make sure you're okay. And that because it's on your head, they might want to make sure that you don't have a concussion and all of that crap. So you should be good to go. But yeah, if you do have a scar, some people, they'll break their bones. They might break their arm, but it doesn't leave a scar, and they don't tell the recruiter or they don't tell MEPS. And then some people will do something. They'll break their arm and they'll have a scar, and they want to hide it, but they have a scar. Like, you kind of have to bring that up one way or the other. How bad do you think Fort Jackson will be February 6th with the cold weather? Condemned gaming. Fort Jackson is 2 hours and... Actually, yeah, it's like 2 hours and like 5 minutes away from where I'm sitting at right now. So the weather there is going to be pretty similar to here. And in February, it's going to be pretty cold. In the afternoons and stuff, it's not going to be as bad. But when you're doing PT in the mornings up until like 10 o'clock, it's probably going to be pretty cold. Sometime around 10 o'clock, you're probably going to downgrade, which means that you take off of the extra layers of warmth that you are having. So if you are wearing your fleece jacket, you would take that off. Or if you're in your PT uniform, the way you wear the PT uniform is in layers so that you can take it off in layers. So you'll be wearing shorts. The full winter PT uniform is your shorts, and then on top of your shorts you have your pants, and then you have your short sleeve t-shirt, your long sleeve t-shirt, then you have your jacket on top of that, then you have gloves and a hat or a little toboggan thing. And so the reason it's in layers like that, so if it's really cold, you're going to be okay. If it starts to warm up a little bit, or maybe you're about to go for a run, they might tell you to downgrade a little bit. So it's going to be pretty cold, but it's probably, at that point, it'll just be in the mornings. And then by the time you're done, it's going to be springtime for your final FTX, and it's not going to be too bad. Anyways. What do you think is the best combat MOS? Special Forces, 18 something. I mean, if you want to be infantry, I don't know. That's another thing that you guys ask me this question a lot. You guys ask me all the time, every single day. If I went through my phone right now and looked at some of the messages that I have, I guarantee you there will be several of these that are asking me which is the better MOS, or what's the best MOS for you. And I'm telling you guys, I can't answer that. 18 X-ray isn't actually the MOS. 18 X-ray is a placeholder, kind of like 11 X-ray. If you go in as 11 X-ray, that's your temporary MOS. You might be an 11 Bravo or something after that. But 18 X-ray is the same thing. You might be a different 18 series. But anyways, what was I saying? You guys asked me to tell you the best MOS for you, and I can't tell you that. It's totally up to you and what you want to do. And just from a message that you send me, I can't give you that kind of information. Like, if you ask me what's better, Cav Scout or infantry for you, I can't tell you what's better for you. I can only tell you what I would choose. And what I would choose may not be the exact same thing that you would choose. So, anyways. Any tips as to what I should know before going to college and ROTC when I get back from basic and AIT? So you're going to basic training, Emmanuel Santana? 18 Bravo Special Forces Weapons Sergeant. Okay, thank you, Benjamin. But Emmanuel Santana, any tips for... So you're going to basic training, and then you're going to ROTC. Big tip for you is to not worry about it. The biggest thing that you need to worry about is when you're doing ROTC, make sure you get a slot for your fiscal year, right? So if you haven't watched any of my ROTC videos, because a lot of you probably hadn't, because you don't need to watch ROTC videos if you don't want to watch ROTC videos, because you're not trying to do that. So I understand. But if you're trying to do ROTC, there's only going to be so many slots available to contract a cadet. So my advice to you is just make sure that there's going to be a slot for you, so that you're just not surprised and you got everything set up, and possibly you contract as soon as possible. Because if you are in the reserves of the National Guard and you contract, then you can be an S&P cadet. Then you can get E5 pay, which is definitely going to be more than you're getting before, because you're not going to join into the military as an E5. So just make sure you got that squared away. Make sure you're going to have a slot available. And then, yeah, show up and do freaking good on your PT test when you get there. That's a big thing, guys. Like, when you show up to a new unit, when you get to your unit for the first time, you want to be in good shape, because at some point, probably pretty soon, probably right when you get there to your new unit, you're going to have to take a PT test, and it looks bad on you if you don't get a good score or you fail your PT test. So you want to do really good on your PT test at all times, especially when you first get to a unit. 11 X-ray option 40, airborne and RASP, leave on July 31st. What are some tips? Yeah, so my tips for you, for those of you who are the little option 40 RASP guys, my tip is to not quit. Don't quit RASP. Don't quit pre-RASP. So, yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing. A lot of people will, like I've talked about multiple times, 80% of you guys that have an option 40 contract, which are going to go airborne and RASP, you're going to get to airborne. You might get to pre-RASP, and 80% of people are going to quit or fail RASP. And a lot of times it's just because people quit because they realize they don't want to do it. So if you really want to do it, be in the best shape possible. Possibly make sure you're, at least familiar with land nav. So I got a fairly good land nav video on this channel. So make sure you're doing pretty good at land nav. Be physically fit. Those are going to be two big things, especially for Rangers. Physically fit, proficient at land nav, all right? So make sure you're really good at that when you get to basic training and you can actually do land nav. And then once you get to pre-RASP, don't quit. So anyways. Thank you, Mavburn. How does mail time work at basic training and AIT? It'll be different. It'll be fairly different depending on where you go, depending on your drill sergeants and stuff like that. So at basic training, whenever mail comes in, it usually kind of comes in clumps. They don't always hand out mail every day because they don't always get mail every day. But when they do, they'll kind of just get everybody together and either throw it to you or call you up there, and they'll just give you out your mail. If you happen to get a package or a thick envelope, so if you get a package or a thick envelope, because sometimes people will get thick envelopes, the drill sergeant will have to search it. They'll have to go through it and make sure you're not getting any contraband. And, with thick envelopes, sometimes people will sneak in stuff. So, yeah. And also, you can't be sent a crap ton of pictures, just like a couple of pictures at a time. So, they're going to do that. So, they'll search your mail and they'll search your packages and stuff. And then at AIT, for us, every day at the end of the day after classes for AIT, we were in a big conference. I thought this was the most non-efficient way to hand out mail. I thought it was extremely ridiculous. But this is how my company did it at AIT. So stupid. But we were in a company formation, and they were handing out mail to the entire company. So whoever the CQ sergeant was on duty at the time, he would bring out the mail in front of the whole company and call out your name, and then have you fall out of your formation, run all the way to him, grab the mail, and then go back to formation. And he would do that, I don't know, freaking 20 to 30 times depending on the day, and that just wasted freaking 30 minutes. Total waste of time. The better way that they could have done handing out mail at AIT would be like how they did other things, which is literally just say, instead of waiting for everybody to run up and just take a whole bunch of time running back and forth to pick up the mail, he should have just called out the names of the people who had mail and to meet them at the CQ desk. That would have been a much more efficient way. So it might vary, but I mean, they're basically going to call out your name and hand you your mail. Bring a Sharpie. Yeah, you can bring a Sharpie, or you could buy one at the PX. You know, so a lot of the things that you guys think about, if you're leaving for basic training and you're like, you know, what should I buy? What should I buy? What should I buy? Or what should I bring? I mean, you're thinking, what should I bring? You know, I might need this. You're talking about a Sharpie. You're thinking about razors, or, oh, I got to bring all this shampoo and stuff. You really do not need to bring all that stuff. You don't need to bring some fancy smelling shampoo and all that. It doesn't matter. You don't need to bring an extra pair of shoes. You don't need to bring an extra pair of clothes, because, you know, the only thing you really need to bring is like a toothbrush and a razor and a tiny bit of shampoo. Just one of those little traveler size things. Because when you get there, you can buy all that stuff. Like, you can buy what you need. When you get there, you'll realize what you need and you can buy it. So a Sharpie, you can buy it. You can buy a pen and pencil. You can buy envelopes. I forgot. The other thing that you guys should bring is stamps. So bring stamps to basic training. That is a big thing that you guys need to bring. So if you want to write letters home, bring stamps. Can I grow out my hair at AIT and after? Yes, a little bit. You're not going to have to shave your head and all that stuff, but the hair rules are going to be still strict at AIT. They're not going to be as strict as basic training, obviously. They're not going to be shaving your head every 3 weeks. But you're still going to have basically a high and tight. It can be a little bit more laid back. So my haircut, for example, you can see the fade. It fades up, right? You can see it fade up. It's not touching my ears. It's like, you know, you can't even grab it right here. So this would qualify at AIT for most of your cases. If you happen to have a MOS that is one station unit training, they might be a little bit more strict. If you're going infantry after basic training, you're not going to be able to have a haircut like this. You're just going to be able to have a high and tight, which is not that bad, because you only have to be there for the AIT portion of one station unit training for infantry for like 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, they always say no scented anything. So like your shampoo and stuff, they always say no non-scented. But yeah, it's like just don't worry about bringing like super fancy stuff. The only thing would be, you know, bring a good razor. Don't bring crappy razors, because you're going to have to be shaving every day. Even if you don't have to shave every day, you're going to be shaving every day. You're not going to be... Hayden Moore, you're not going to be going to the commissary. The commissary is like I don't know if you guys have a Food Lion where you're at, or like a Harris Teeter, or like a food place, or like you go to Walmart, the food section of Walmart. The commissary is similar to that. The PX is the PX that you're going to go to at basic training is going to be different than the post PX, or the base PX. It's going to be a much more scaled down version. So some of the things that you're going to have there, they're going to have kind of basic things that you need. If you need to get towels, if you need to get razors, shaving cream, shampoo, just basic stuff like that, riding utensils, if you need to get stuff to clean your weapons with, if you need to get they also will probably have other things like t-shirts and other things that are going to be off limits to you because you're going to be at basic training. But I don't know, think of it as kind of a militarized gas station, maybe a little bit. That's, I guess, a good way to put it. Yeah, it's called the Post Exchange, or PX. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. The commissary is a grocery store. I lost I lost my words for it. So my hair is short and I'm a woman. Would they cut it shorter? I'm not 100% sure on the hair rules for females. I know that they're different, and if you are a female who has their hair cut really short, then you will have to abide by, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the male standard. So if you are a female and you have really short hair, like really like this, right? You have really short hair, then you're gonna have to abide by the male standard. But if you've got hair that just like goes down to your ears, I believe when you're wearing your PC and stuff, it can't be touching your shoulders. Or I'm not 100% sure on the female AR670-1 on that, but they're probably not going to cut your hair if you're a female. I used to live. Oh, look, Edge here. Is that €5? I think that's the first time for euros. That's crazy. My dad was a 74 Charlie in the first Gulf War, and then he was a ranger in Mogadishu. I bet he's got some crazy stories. For sure. Something that I want to have on here soon. I want to bring my grandpa back on this channel. I did a live stream with him a long time ago. I would really like to talk to him just about the Navy and kind of like, the older military, because he's like 82 years old, and I'd be like, what was the Navy like 60 years ago? Because he was in a long time ago. Because it was so different than how it was now. The instructors, the drill instructors, whatever you call them in the Navy, because they're going to be different across the branches. So like Marines or drill instructors, and the Army is drill sergeants. But like in the Navy, he would talk about how they would literally punch all of the new recruits, and they would like knock you out, and they would hit you and do all that stuff. And that's kind of how it used to be. And he talked about how during the range in the Navy, currently in the Navy, unless you have one of the combat MOSs in the Navy, you're not going to shoot. But what used to happen in the Navy like 60 years ago is they all used to shoot. All of the MOSs in the Navy used to shoot. And apparently what they would do is, currently the pop-up targets that you shoot is just mechanical, and you don't actually have to have a person lifting it up and putting it down. But what used to happen was they would actually be out there behind the berm, so the hill of dirt in front of you, and they would literally hold up the target and they would shoot at it and then put it down if it was hit. So I would really like to bring him back on here and just hear some crazy Navy stories from, I think he was in for like 16 years or something along those lines. So I'm sure he's got some crazy stuff. Anyways. When he's about to read your question but stops halfway through. I'm sorry, I can't remember what I was reading. Is there a Jewish synagogue in Fort Benning? Usually how the churches and stuff work is you're just going to have one chapel, one place of worship where all of the other different places will come to. So, yeah. So, no, they're just going to be like one chapel, one church, where other denominations and other religions will come at different times. So, Robert Schultz, what do you pack in your rucksack while in the field? It depends on the mission entirely. You're going to have extra pairs of clothes. You might have an extra pair of boots. But it just completely and utterly depends. Can I marry an officer in basic and get that officer pay and sweet BAH? Can you marry an officer in basic training? I don't know if you're literally talking about while in basic training marrying an officer. I don't know what you're actually insinuating there. Can you go into the Army with an STD? If so, should it be on your medical records for MEPS? Yes, you can join the military with STDs or whatever. You just can't join with HIV and AIDS and like some of that stuff, like STDs, because, the way the world is nowadays, most people have them, Most people. Can you travel a lot in the Army? In the Army, it kind of depends. It's kind of luck of the draw whether you get to travel in the Army. In the Navy, you're going to travel. You're just going to travel. If you join the Navy, if you want to join the military for the sole purpose of travel, I would tell you to go Navy. If you want to join the Army and you want to travel, that's a little bit different story. If you're like, yeah, I would love to go to Afghanistan. I'd love to go to Iraq. I'd love to go to Kuwait. I'd love to go to South Korea. Then yeah, that's great, and you're gonna be able to do that. But cool places, you Dubai. I've got some friends who've gone to Dubai, but going to like legitimately cool places, it's kind of just luck of the draw. Germany, Italy, places like that in Europe, they'll be cool, but it's just luck. If you're in the military for longer than your first contract, you're probably going to get at least one cool place that you're going to go to, but it's not like you're going to be every single year going to a different cool country, So, are there exemptions to shaving? Yes, there actually is. There's a religious exemption, so if it's against your religion to shave or have your facial hair shorter than a certain length, that is one thing. Also, a lot of people might get bumps whenever they shave, and so if they do, you'll have to get a waiver for it. But yes, and then usually the thing when you get a waiver for not shaving, you can't have it longer than 1/8 of an inch. So generally, what'll work out is you'll just have like some kind of like electric razor or something like that cuts your facial hair, but doesn't really make it doesn't shave your face. What MOS is your little bro, and is he considering ROTC like you? He is 13 Fox, Forward Observer, and no, he is not considering, at least as of right now, he's not considering going officer or even re-enlisting. That's his thought process right now. He's not considering re-enlisting. So no, he's not considering doing ROTC. He is considering, or he is wanting to go to college. But yeah. Buy some Sour Patch Kids with this. I know you hate them. No, I like the Sour Patch Kids. I love Sour Patch Kids. You just can't eat like an entire bag of them because that'll screw up your mouth. Edge. National Guard's what? Did you see my Instagram? I don't know. What? Army Reserves or National Guard, that's another one of those things where it just depends. Whichever one's going to be better for you. For me, it was the Army Reserves. So that's why I'm in the Army Reserves. Jeff Roth. What? I want to join the military. What advice do I have? My entire channel is based around that. Can't really answer that in just a little short sentence. What exercises does one have to work on to prepare for joining the military? The Army, specifically, you want to be proficient at the PT test events. So you want to be good at running, you want to be good at push-ups, you want to be good at sit-ups, right? You also want to make sure you're good at planks. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You also want to do some pull-ups. That'll be good. That'll help a little bit. But yeah, you want to be proficient at those events, and anything above and beyond that is great. So, deadlifts will probably also be a good thing to be good at. Can you pick the unit you want to go to after basic? No, unless you're in the Army Reserves or National Guard. You kind of know where you're going to go. But no, if you're active duty, you will find out what unit you're going to at AIT. The last couple weeks of AIT, you will figure that out, and you do not get to choose. How is the food at basic training? Better than you might expect, but it gets old. It didn't start really sucking until the last couple weeks of basic training, probably like week 8, 9, and 10 of basic training. It just started to get really repetitive. For me, especially the breakfast, I just got tired of eating the breakfast. I really did. because the other meals will generally change up. So lunch and dinner, they generally change and they'll cycle back the same things and whatnot. But for breakfast and basic training, it's, basically the same thing every single day. And it's just like, oh, this is getting so old. The only thing they might change would be pancakes and waffles. They'll switch those up. Neither of them are super good, but they're not that bad. It just gets old. And then they might switch out bacon and sausage. So, it just gets old. If you go to airborne school, do you go to airborne? That's yes. If you go to airborne school, you go airborne, if that makes sense. Oh, you meant Benjamin. You sent me a message through Instagram. By the way, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and mention on you here for the 100 of 2 that are following or that are watching this right here. It might be in your best interest to follow me on Instagram if you want to be around want to be around for the giveaway that I'm doing, because I'm going to do some kind of giveaway for 20,000 subscribers. That's going to be the special thing that I'm going to do. I would like to do something special. It sounds weird to think like this, but I would like to do something special every 10,000 subscribers, and even thinking that eventually it might hit 30,000 is just kind of blowing my mind right now. But for 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to do like a giveaway. And you're going to need to be following me on Instagram for that. So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Links for right here. Snapchat is also there as well. I got this nice little logo where it's Instagram and Snapchat in one. But yeah, WardM89. Follow me on Instagram. Once I hit 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a post. Yes. Are you going to Texas to hang out with BPN America First? Yes, I actually am. I'm going to, whenever I go to Texas, I think the plan is right now I'm probably might go the very end of February or in March, and I'm going to go to Houston, Texas to kind of see where I might be living soon, and then I'm going to go on over to Austin, Texas, which is where the BPN headquarters is, and I'm going to hang out with those guys. So, yeah. That's the plan right now. And I might even hang out with them whenever Nick is supposed to be coming up here. I talked to them. He might be coming up to North Carolina, and I live like really, really close to the Charlotte International Airport here. So, I can help him out with that. Why does everyone I know in the Army say Sarnt instead of Sergeant? That is, I don't think that's true. But yeah, when you're at basic, you try to say Drill Sergeant sometimes really fast, and you're going to say Drill Sergeant, and they're like, it's Drill Sergeant, not Drill Sergeant. So that was something you get onto. And Atham with that $7.77 donation super chat, freaking every time, bro. Would I be allowed to smoke pipe, tobacco, or cigars in AIT? It will kind of depend on your AIT, but in my AIT's case, yes, you can, or you could. You couldn't be in uniform, and it had to be at the end of the duty day. But yeah, there was like a little smoking pit where people could do whatever over there. So yes, I snapped you, Gaming Blonde. Yeah, I got. Oh look, you guys just all of a sudden decided to follow me on Instagram. I guess because I might be giving something away on there soon, within the next week or so. Like these people right here. You can't really see their names. If you could, then that would be nice. But anyways, Beck, Conservative Rambo, Stony. Anyways, bacon. Why are y'all saying bacon? Where do you get your boots at, Mets? What should I do for when trying on boots? You get, Alan Rodriguez, you get issued your boots at reception one of the first couple of days that you're there, and everybody's going to get the same type of boot, but you'll try on different sizes. They're going to measure your foot size. Then you're going to try on a boot, and then they're going to tell you to stand up and fit it to your feet. Make sure you get it a good fit. It should be plenty big. It shouldn't feel super tight. It's going to be kind of complicated. It's hard to describe. But anyways, you'll get issued your boots at reception. Anyways, are you playing World War II tonight? I am not. My friend wants to know if he can enlist if he had a medical bill go to collections after he already went through MEPS. So he already went through MEPS and then he had a medical bill go to collection. I mean, I think he should be fine, but you might want to pay that off. Taylor Bolin with a $2 Bolin with a $2 donation added you on Snapchat. Taylor Bolin. Okay, got you. Look, more Instagram followers. This is crazy. Oh, I love you guys. Anyways. Salary pay for mods. Who's with me? William. William. Hey, maybe one day. That would be really nice. I would like to have a mod go through some of my comments. That would be nice. When God created bacon, it was good. Yeah, you guys saw that Snapchat, right? It was... I thought it was pretty clever, I'm just saying. It was pretty clever, but if you think about it technically, yeah, he said that. Have you changed your diet since you've joined the military? Robbo Frobs. I guess, I don't know how you would say that. But I would say no, I haven't. My diet and stuff and everything was pretty good before. I don't think it's really changed. The only thing that's changed is I happen to eat MREs a lot more often now. So, when do you get a beret? You get the black beret like the last week of basic training, and then you'll shave it. If you didn't know, whenever you get issued your berets, unless you get one that's pre-shaven, you get issued your beret, you literally take a razor and put the beret under water, and you shave the beret. You literally shave the beret. Then you get it all wet, you put it on your head, and you form it to your head. And you do that the last week at basic training. So, yeah, I don't like dip at all. Dip is tobacco in general. I've never tried any kind of drugs or anything, but tobacco in general, I'm just like, guys, why do you do that? Ugh. I scored a 57 back in 2010. Didn't even study. Yeah, that's one thing. People ask me, is the Asvab hard? And I'm just like, it depends. Like, when you took the SAT, did you think the SAT was hard? I don't know how to. That's hard. Hitting the gym after this live stream. Nice. Can your brother be in a stream? I don't know which brother you're talking about because I have 4 brothers. One of them definitely can't, at least not right now, because he lives on the other side of the country. My younger brother, who is currently deployed, I would definitely, I'm 100%, I'm sure, if he's watching this right now, James, hey. But I'm definitely going to ask to have him on here. I'm sure a lot of you guys would have a lot of questions for him because he's currently deployed in Afghanistan right now. So, and he has been around combat. He's got his combat action badge now, which would be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty proud of him. But my other brothers and stuff, that would be kind of cool to have John or Timothy on here. Bro, I went to MEPS in Baltimore, and it was the easiest thing ever. Yeah, I told you not to worry about it, man. And I'm sure it's different depending on the MEPS that you go to, because it's literally, again, all of this stuff is just based on people, right? It's just based on people. Your drill sergeants, are your drill sergeants going to be strict, or are they going to be total, just terrible drill sergeants? It depends on your drill sergeant. When you go to MEPS, it's going to be dependent upon the people there, but for the most part, some things might be the same. But yeah, I'm glad to hear, man, that because I recognize your profile picture. I'm glad to hear that it wasn't that bad for you. Um, Common sense isn't so common anymore. Oh gosh, are Rangers dumb? No. What's a typical SAT score of Army ROTC scholarship winners? I have absolutely no clue. I have absolutely no clue. But I would assume it's above the 1500 average thing for the SAT. The third puzzle master sent you a message through. I mean, I know. I got a lot of messages on here. I mean, I got currently 80 messages to go through. Just to give you guys an idea, if I don't reply back to you immediately, sometimes I do. I'll just reply to somebody who just sent me a message. But yeah, get a good bit of messages now. The third puzzle master. I'm going to view your photo. Oh, this is what he sent. Got you. So I guess you can look back. I guess you could look back and people can add you. Are there drill sergeants at AIT? If you go to a place where it's one station unit training, they're going to be drill sergeants. But they're talking about bringing drill sergeants back to AIT. Currently, I don't think that's happened. I don't think that's happened yet. But currently, there is not. You should get all your brothers in a video and talk about their jobs/experiences. So currently, it's just me. I mean, that would actually be... Alright, so in the future, one of the things for this channel is I do plan on making videos for this channel for a long time to come, right? I've had this channel for like 6 years now. I used to make Call of Duty videos, then I stopped, and then I started doing this. This has been doing good, so I never am one to predict the future, so maybe 5 years from now, I might be doing something different. But I'm in the Army Reserves. I'm going to be an officer, so that's an experience. My little brother is a 13 Fox. He's currently deployed in Afghanistan in a combat zone, so that's an experience. My little brother John, he is currently looking to join the Air National Guard and then be an MP, and then or an MP in the Air National Guard, and then he wants to be a cop, so that's a cool experience. And then my youngest brother, he is looking at joining the military as well, kind of nailing down whether he's going to do Army or the Air Force. But in 2 years or less, I could have all four of us. My older brother who lives in Las Vegas, he's not in the military, but the four of us, I think that would be really cool to have four of us brothers doing like a live stream, doing some videos together, just talking about our experiences. It'll be multiple branches, multiple different components, so we'll have the National Guard, the Reserves, and active duty all represented, 2 different branches. I think that would be really cool, if you ask me. What's your favorite food? I like chicken pot pie and pizza. Maximus. Hey, man. Emmanuel, thank you. Thank you. What do you think about the government shutdown situation? To be 100%... Alright, so one thing right now, I don't have cable. I don't watch TV anymore, so I don't watch as much news and stuff anymore. I think at some point, maybe like a Facebook video or something, I saw what this whole government shutdown thing is about. I feel like for the most part, it's generally over something stupid. But as I've told a bunch of people who've asked me today, I generally don't really care that much because I can't do anything about it. Like, I mean, I really can't do anything about it, and I don't stress or worry about things that I can't do anything about. As far as my drill getting canceled this weekend, yes, that freed up some time for me, but I also don't like that because that just took away, about $300 that I was going to get paid for this weekend that I'm not going to get now. And a lot of other people across the entire country wasted a lot of time, are not going to get paid for the drill this weekend, and they're going to need that because there's soldiers all across the country that really need that $300 a month to help pay bills, and because of this dang government shutdown thing, they're not going to get that, so that sucks. What's up, Reacted Tooth? Tell Patrick I said hua. Besides the Ruger AR-556, how many guns do you own? What is your favorite? Well, my current favorite is the Ruger AR-556, but I currently have a Taurus PT 24/7. It's a 9mm pistol, and then a shotgun. So I have 3 weapons: pistol, shotgun, and a rifle. And I'm thinking about getting another pistol because my current pistol that I have, I got it whenever I turned 21, and I got my concealed to carry and all that. And it was basically a cheaper pistol, so it can't fire anything but brass cased ammo. So like if I had steel case or something, or aluminum, it doesn't fire that well. It like jams, pretty much way more often than I would like for it to save my life. So I'm looking at getting honestly probably some Glock so that I can concealed carry. I don't really care about having a really big pistol because I have my concealed carry and I want to carry it to where people aren't going to be seeing it. So I'm thinking about maybe possibly selling that and then getting a Glock. That's a possibility. So you have a SIG, nice. Can some of y'all leave? I want this stream to be low-key again like they used to be. That's so selfish of you. Gaming Blonde, that's so selfish of you. Buy a wheel gun? Is Airborne Special Forces? No, it is not. I have the Ruger Mark II 270 Ruger. Wait, did you say Ruger? No, I read Ruger twice. I'm stupid. You should get a tank. No, that would be... I don't even know, like, if I was a millionaire or a billionaire, I don't even know if I would ever get a tank because, like, what are you going to do with it? I mean, really, what are you going to do with a tank? I've thought about that before. If somebody asked me a question... I think it was for the Q&A that I did for the end of the year. If I could have any weapon in the world, like, what would it be? And I had thought for a second, I was like, well, I would get, like, some kind of, like, just super sick, just, like, missile launching weapon, just, like, something really cool. And then I thought about it, and you got to have a balance between being able to use it a lot and then it being cool. So you have to, like, kind of balance those two things. So... I mean, I wouldn't get a tank because, I could run over cars, but then that's, like, super expensive, and it's really slow, and I can't shoot it anywhere, and, it's too much. Too much. So I think I ended up, the weapon that I wanted was, like, the Gold Desert Eagle from Call of Duty 4. That would be really cool. I've actually looked up the price of it. You can actually buy, like, a gold-plated Desert Eagle, and it's, like, $4,000 or $5,000. Maybe one day. That would be the thing. Whenever I've done that, I'll be like, I've made it. I've made it. I got a Gold Desert Eagle. Kimber 1911 5-inch. Okay, $1,200. Yeah, that's not bad. You leave so soon. 25 Bravo. Nice. It's good that you're leaving now. That means you're going to be graduating sometime around the summer, which you'll be there for good weather at Fort Gordon. I would want nukes and declare my house a sovereign nation and get foreign aid from Russia. No, that would... You would need more than just your house. You would have to buy, like, thousands of acres to feel safe. If you were just like my apartment, I'm just gonna declare my apartment its own nation. What is your opinion on bump stocks? And if you don't know what that is, you should find out. Yeah, I know what bump stocks are, and I think they're awesome. I wish I could bump fire. I can't bump fire my AR. I don't know if it needs some kind of technique that I need to learn or something, but I can't bump fire my AR. I might need to get some kind of different trigger or just a different stock in general. But no, I'm fine with bump stocks. The M&P Shield 45 ACP. Definitely. If someone has made reports to FBI on you, are you barred from the military service? No criminal record? I'm sure you're probably fine. If you don't have a criminal record, I'm sure maybe they might have to do some kind of investigation. If you need to maybe get a secret or top secret clearance for whatever job you want, that might be a problem. But regardless, you're just going to have to find that out for yourself. So anyways. Can you fire the Ruger? No, I just said I can't fire the Ruger. I can't fire my Ruger AR-556. I cannot bump fire it, which is basically... So, a bump fire stock is a stock that basically allows you to seemingly fire it fully automatic. If you bump fire it yourself without a bump fire stock, you're firing it in a certain way to where you're letting the recoil of the weapon shoot itself. So, you're going to fire, let the weapon recoil, and whenever it moves back forward, the trigger is going to squeeze again, and you're just going to keep on going. And that, again, will kind of seem like it's fully automatic, even though it's not. But I cannot do that with my current setup. Show us. You guys haven't seen my AR-556? You guys haven't seen it? Matt, I love your vids. Keep up the good work. I'm 14 and thinking about joining the Marine Corps. What should I do? Alright, so guys, let me see if you guys can answer this while I go and get my AR. He's 14, wanting to join the Marine Corps. Any advice? Does anybody... What do you think I might say to this? Alright, so I have the single point sling attachment right here on this. I should probably take that off. So I'm going to take that off. So, let me show you guys. There we go. So, it is clear. I hope you guys can see it. There's nothing really special about this. This is just something that is very similar to the M4. I bought this on purpose to be similar to an M4. The only thing different is I have this mag pull handrail on here. Then these flip-up sights right here. Alright, see if you can... Oh, my ear's in the way. That's kind of what it looks like. If you guys have never looked down the sights of the barrel of a weapon before. Anyways, but yeah, this is it. This is it. I got this nice little decal on the dust cover. I think this is pretty cool right here. And then this is just like basically these two skins that I got. You can see these on my Amazon page. And then this is just a pretty cheap little laser. You know, just because, just to have it on there, something really close by. It's sighted into about 20 meters or so. So for like really close quarters. So if I happen to be in the same building or near somebody, then if I have this laser on, then I don't have to worry about really aiming. So nothing more useless than an unloaded rifle. No, I'm literally there's gonna be stuff over here, so I'm not gonna have this thing loaded, waving it around. That is stupid and terrible to do. Terrible. Would you be with Hunter with plates? Would you be able to join with plates and the screws in your ankle from a serious break? That might be an issue. Again, you're gonna have to consult your doctor. You're going to have to go through that process to possibly get a waiver. I couldn't possibly be able to tell you that for sure. But yeah, let me put this sling back on here. I like the single point sling a lot better. And I will say for you guys, if you want to see me shoot that thing, I shot it a lot. And I actually think the video is pretty cool. The first 5 minutes of my 10,000 subscriber video that I did is shooting a lot of rounds with my brother-in-law with that. And it was, I think, a lot of fun. Shot it in slow motion. We shot a little bit of tannerite. I thought it was pretty cool. So check that out. It's not that long ago. Go back to December, my 10,000 subscriber video, when I got to shoot it. So this message is held for anyways. Alright. What? Answer the what? Mr. Smith, thank you, bro. Thank you. It's I say not to send messages. What have you guys been sending me? Google Play services keep stalking. Oh, Luke, I see your message. I see your super chat message you sent me on Instagram. It's okay. I promise you, it's okay. What did he say? Shoot. Let me answer. Shoot. There we go. Alright, so let me get back to you guys. So do you like the highly populated streams or do you like the low-key streams better? I don't think this is too highly populated. I like both in a way. Whenever there was like 20 people to 30 people watching my streams, it was a lot easier for me to answer every single question, or at least the vast majority of questions. Now, you know, I don't have to worry so much as finding a question to answer, because you guys are awesome. Anyways, do you know much about Seaburn? Yes. I know what I've been trained on fairly well. So what you got for me, man? What's the question? I'm starting my army enlistment process. Zio Shuffler, awesome. Make sure you watch like my video about before you talk to a recruiter and some of that stuff, because I actually legitimately think some of the things that I've told you guys are really beneficial. That'll help you guys out. And if you want to get airborne on your contract, Zio, get airborne on your contract. So, anyways. What's up, man? I'm currently a holdover battery until my AIT starts Monday. 13 Fox. Yeah, you're kind of like my little brother. He was a holdover for a little bit, and then he kind of lucked out getting to go, at least a little bit earlier. So, what's the Amazon box for you by your foot? Ooh. Oh, yeah. So, this Amazon box right here, you might know what that is if you watch my live stream. So, some big change has come to the channel. It's a pretty big change, guys. Really, really, really big change is coming to the channel. I need to drink some water. So anyways, some stuff that came in from the mail yesterday. Bam. So I got this microphone. I'm not 100% sure what the whole thing is, but this is one of the Rode mics. This is a really nice mic. I'm telling you, this is a really nice mic. So I got this because I did actually purchase the Canon 80D camera. So that's coming in. It should be in either Monday or Tuesday. So I got this. I also got a camera. This is a ND filter. This is a really nice one, a variable lens filter. So this will help a lot and for the vlogs and stuff. And then I got also a new little little Joby tripod thing, because this old one is like super cheap and flimsy. This is a lot more sturdy, right? A lot more sturdy than the old one. So anyways, that's what the Amazon box was. Also got some other things like I haven't offloaded things yet, but I got an external hard drive to put some of my footage and stuff on, because my hard drive is starting to fill up. I got a 2 terabyte hard drive. It's getting to be full, so I'm gonna put some of the stuff on the external. But yeah, really excited for this. Actually, really excited for this for the audio, because I'm currently the microphone for this Canon G7X. The microphone is actually under this thing, and so that's what I'm currently using. So obviously, this microphone is gonna be a lot better. Is that a BPN wristband? Yes, it is. BPN supplements. Plug 10% off. Yeah, you can use. For those of you who didn't know, I am sponsored by BPN, and you can if you get any of their supplements, 10% off. Link in the description. And I mean, I'm being completely serious with you guys. They actually have really good stuff. So if you like good tasting protein, that's good quality, that's not expensive, definitely the way to go, for sure. And also right now, for those of you that follow Nick Bear on his Instagram, he posted a post today, and he's doing a giveaway as well. He's giving away some of like the flight, which is like pre-workout, and some other things. And just leave a comment on his post. So if you want to head over there, what is BPN? BPN is Bear Performance Nutrition. And I will let you guys know, because a lot of you guys are really new, and you might not know. So give me 1 second. So anyways, BPN is a supplement company. So just a couple things that I grabbed real quick. This I just got yesterday in the mail. Haven't tried it yet. But anyways, so the Strong Greens is like a healthy thing. But what most of you guys are going to be wanting is probably some protein and or pre-workout. So they've got some great pre-workout. They got some great protein. I always say the cinnamon roll is my favorite. The other one I have is the 5-gallon jug of chocolate. But that's what they are. BPN, Bear Performance Nutrition, is a supplement company. And those guys are really cool. Nick's cool. Preston's cool. They're all cool. So, and like I said before, when I go to Texas, I'm planning on hanging out with them. So that'll be like a vlog at some point in the future, me going to Texas and meeting them, which will be really cool. Or, like I said a little earlier, I might meet them when they come up to North Carolina in March. It's going to be whichever one comes first. Have you tried Fuego? No. I want Nava the Beast in here. So how many of you guys watch Nava the Beast? I'm sure most of you, because he's got the most military subscribers. So he's probably got all of them. A lot of you might have found my video watching one of Nava's videos and then seeing it on the suggested side. Do you like the split ops for juniors in high school? Yes, I think split ops is a great plan. If you know you want to join the military, I think split ops is great. Matt, what are the living quarters at Basic like? I mean, if you've ever gone camping before and then had a whole bunch of bunks, just lined up around a room, it's kind of like that. You'll have like a wall locker, and that's kind of how it is. I started watching JT and Nava and then found me. Awesome. I mean, I am curious how you guys came across me. Like what was do you remember the first video that you watched that you saw on my videos? 19K subs. What did I hit 19K right now? I was really close before I started the stream. So I am curious. Live, we are getting close. Why is the thumbnail messed up for that? That's weird. Change thumbnail. Let's change the thumbnail. That's really weird. I'm pretty sure it had the wrong thumbnail uploaded for this video. Did it show the little gaming one, the old one? Because I 100% thumbnail update failed. What? What? Oh, I am at 19,000 subscribers. Holy crap. 19,007. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. And I cannot believe why. Oh, gosh, that's really annoying. That's really annoying. So, the thumbnail for this video seems like it was all, it's wrong. It's wrong. Gosh. That sucks. Alright, I'm going to do this. This is going to be a... I just need to update this now because you guys are going to watch me in the action of making a thumbnail. Where's the thing at? Where's the thing at? There we go. There we go. Right here. Right here. And then we're going to go right here, right here. We've got 11K like freaking 4 months ago, bro. Yeah. I'm going to place this here. Then I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to go here and then here. Hit enter. Expand. Move over, over, over. I don't know why I didn't do that thumbnail, but I gotta do it again, I guess. This is stupid. Let's go here, and let's go here. Let's save that. Change the thumbnail. Go here, then go there, then go here, then go there. Uploading thumbnail. I love how it says your masterpiece is almost ready. If you've never done this before, when you upload a thumbnail, it says like uploading thumbnail, and then it'll say your masterpiece is ready, which I think is hilarious. I think it's hilarious. But anyways, I just updated the thumbnail. I'm sorry 10 of you just clicked away for that or are not watching anymore. But yeah, wow, guys, 19,012. Wow, that's really crazy. That's really crazy. So like I said, if you're not already following me on Instagram, Instagram is right here. At 20,000 subscribers, I am doing a giveaway. Going to post that on Instagram, so you've got to be following me on Instagram if you want to get it. And lucky for you guys, I mean, it's going to be worth probably around it's going to be about 80 bucks. So because I'm one of the smaller channels doing this, instead of doing a giveaway for like one of those channels that are like freaking 5 million subscribers, you got a pretty good chance of winning. You got a pretty good chance of winning. So make sure you follow me on Instagram if you're interested in, getting, something for free. Just saying. 19K, I've been here since 8K, man, which wasn't that long ago, and I don't have Insta, so you can do it on Snap too, or no. I'm not going to do it on Snap, but I will let you guys know on Snapchat when I post it on Instagram, but it's just going to be on Instagram because you're going to have to leave a comment on the post. So, military questions, anyone? Do you have a military question, Miss Thompson? How often do jobs open up? I took the Asvab. All did good, but the job I want leaves in 2 weeks, and I don't want to leave that soon. So if you could get the job, and if it leaves in 2 weeks, and you don't want it, then it could be open the next week. There is literally no way to know when a job opening is going to happen. So if you go to a recruiter and they tell you the job is not available, and you say, well, when will it be available? They do not know. I do not know. But for sure in the future, it will be available, because how else in the military are they going to recruit that MOS if it's never available again? So if you just keep going back and you check every week, at some point there's going to be an opening position for you to take that job. I was out to dinner when you started this, Haley 220. Well, lucky for you, I'm still going. I've been going for about an hour and 30 minutes right now. An hour and 30 minutes. 20K tennis balls? What? So what should I do? Let's just go ahead and ask you right now, since those of you that like looking ahead into the future. So for 20,000 subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway. What should be the next thing that I do? Matt, what is your snap, and does anyone know what Nava the Beast is? Really? You're on my channel asking what another YouTube's social media stuff is? You gotta be kidding me. But anyways, also, right here. Right here. These are the socials. Oh, man. Give your gun away? Give away your gun. I'm definitely not doing that. 20 burritos. Dedication is key. The Tide Pod Challenge, definitely not. The second motion for 20K Sour Patch Challenge. What did y'all say? 20K Sour Patch Challenge? 20,000 hours of World War II? Definitely not. What's the 20K Sour Patch Challenge? I don't know. I mean, I would gladly eat 20 Sour Patch Kids. That would be awesome. ACU or OCP? Please answer. I need to know. Not really sure what that question means, but OCP. The ACU is the digital uniform. The OCP is the current uniform. That's, the brown and green one that I wear. But once the current ACU was phased out, it used to be called something else. But once that's phased out and you don't wear it anymore, the current OCP uniform will now become the Army Combat Uniform, the ACU. So, face reveal. I know. I mean, this is all just a mask. This is not real. $20,000 in cash. Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome. Which do I like? Oh, I like the OCP for sure. 30,000 pennies. How much would 30,000 pennies be? That would be $300. Am I doing math correctly? Yeah. $300 in pennies. Well, I just drop that on something. That would be really cool. Or shoot that. How many pennies will a 5.56 round go through? Got some new followers: Johnny Wright, Beverly Wilbur, Kyle Quintern, and Tatum Halberd just followed me on Instagram. You guys are awesome. What was my Asvab score? 91. Matt. Oh gosh, I missed it. What did she say? Ashley Robbins. Matt, about to go to basic and I'm now 15 pounds underweight. Drink protein? Yeah, you should probably drink protein and work out. Yeah, for sure. I mean, protein itself is not going to help you gain weight, but to help you gain some of that muscle that is going to weigh more than fat, protein will help. A lot of people will just like freaking drink protein shakes because they think it'll just, that themselves or itself will help you gain weight. That is not true. But like, if you have BPN protein, it is a supplement. You don't just drink this entire thing in like 2 days and expect to gain 10 pounds. That's not how it works, and it also screw up your body. Your body can only process so much protein at once or in a day. Matt, I'm so sorry for asking for your Snapchat. I feel so stupid now. Cadence Rhodes. Yeah, I mean, people ask all the time. People ask what's my Instagram and Snapchat all the time. It's also in the description of the video if that helps you feel any better. Blow up 30,000 pennies. That would be really cool. Do a lot of exercise. Eat 20,000 Tide Pods. No. Guys, for the 20,000 calorie or for the 20,000 subscriber video thing, what I'm doing is I'm doing a giveaway. I decided to do that. Can you film during basic training? No, because you will not have your phone or a camera. What parts of the military are affected by the shutdown? I'm not sure of everything, but I know for a fact that the National Guard and the Army Reserves are all not doing any kind of duties currently. I mean, active duty on active duty posts, I'm not sure exactly how that's working. I could probably text some people and find out. But, you know, life is still going on. It's not like our entire country has no military active duty anymore, because right now countries would be attacking us, you know, so. Give away an iPhone X for 30,000 subscribers. I think I might just buy an iPhone. I'm not going to give one away. That's a freaking, you got to be kidding me. Freaking insane right there. I'm not like, oh gosh. Favorite part of basic training, definitely. I mean, it's kind of shooting the weapons. Like shooting like the 240 was really cool, or shooting the 249 was really cool. Probably though, honestly, my favorite part of basic training was the final FTX. The final FTX was probably my favorite part. It was one of the suckier parts. But it was probably one of my favorite parts. Major depression and epilepsy is a big no. Yes. What? Favorite vehicle to ride/drive in the military? I've never driven one because I don't have the license to drive a vehicle in the military. But favorite one to ride in would be like in the back of like an LMTV or something. That's kind of cool. But for the most part, it's pretty uncomfortable when you're riding in military vehicles. So they all suck. Humvees are terrible, especially like if like. It's just terrible, you know. There's like a metal bar like right where your shins are at. So I'm like, if we were to get into a wreck or something was gonna happen, my shins are gonna break. My shins are gonna break in half because I'm gonna go forward, and this metal freaking steel bar right at my shins is gonna break my leg. I'm like, who the heck? Who designed that? Because you got no room for your feet. You can't move your feet anywhere. Super uncomfortable. It's super loud. Anyways. Humvees are so comfy. I don't know what freaking Humvees you're in, but not the Humvees that we have. Is there a job for just driving? 88 Mike. Yeah, 88 series is like the transportation series. So yeah, you can be a truck driver, and that can be your job. And it's really not that bad of a job either. Some things might be boring, especially if you don't like Humvees or if you don't like driving. But you get some pretty cool privileges. You get, you know, some bunch of cool licenses and stuff. So, who disliked? I have no clue. How does college and military work out for you? Whip-tastic. It works out well for me. It's kind of a vague question a little bit, but I would say good. Do a fan meetup eventually. Whenever I go somewhere, I would just let you guys know, hey, I am gonna be here, and if you just happen to be there, then stop by and say hey. That's kind of what I would do. I think you have to reach a pretty high level of subscribers in order for you to be in a certain place and say, hey, I'm doing a meetup right here, and for people to show up. My thought process would be like if I'm going to a very highly populated area, which I live in a highly populated area, I guess. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, so there's like, you know, a good amount of people here, like 1 million people. But you know, I plan on going to New York. I got some of you guys live in Texas, so I would be like, hey, I'm gonna be here. If you're following me on social media, you're gonna know. So, do naked dance parties constitute sharp? Yes. If you Sharp is extremely strict, guys. So the sexual harassment thing, sexual harassment and assault prevention. I'm blanking on the acronym for it. But anyways, like if you like look at somebody and lick your lips while you're looking at somebody, that can be considered sharp. So yeah, if you're naked dancing around, like, yeah. Anyways. When is lights out and when do you have to get it up at basic? Lights out is generally probably around 2100, 20 to 2100. You know, maybe it might be a little bit later just depending on what you do. And you will have to wake up, you know, around like 4 to 4:30-ish. 0400, 0430. You get your phone all through reception. You only get your phone through reception if you're like at Fort Jackson for reception. If you go to Fort Benning, 100% sure because you're going to 30th AG, your phone is going to be taken as soon as you get there. From what I hear, if you go to Fort Sill, you're going to get your phone taken. If you go to Fort Jackson, you're not going to get your phone taken at reception. So those are the three things that I know from those things. Nathan Ratliff, love your vids. Keep up the good work. Thanks. Thank you, man. Thank you. How to stop an Army 101 attack supply lines. What? You're in Myrtle Beach. Brenda Martin, you're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I was just in Myrtle Beach literally for Christmas. My family, we always go to Myrtle Beach every year. So, yeah. What streaming service am I using? I'm using XSplit right now. I'm using XSplit. So yeah, that's what I use. And then you have to like purchase, like you have to, the free version of this doesn't do 1080p. I should be this, yeah. The free version only does like 720p, and you also can't use a external microphone. You can only use like the webcam microphones, like they're right there. But I use XSplit. How's Fort Irwin? It's my first station. I don't know. I do not know. Is a Ranger tab worth anything? To me it is. I plan on going to Ranger school, so the current plan that's probably going to happen is I'm probably going to end up being at Ranger school in the spring of 2019. That is kind of the map and route that I'm going to take. So probably the spring, maybe April-ish 2019, I'm going to be at Ranger school. So anyways. Who is your favorite YouTuber? I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. I mean, I have a lot of YouTubers that I like, but favorite YouTuber? I mean, that'd be like hard. That's like, you know, I mean, that'd be like saying who's your best friend, but it'd be hard to pick a favorite YouTuber. You I guess you kind of probably like a lot of you guys. You go through phases. You'll watch one YouTuber for a while, then you watch another YouTuber for a while, where you kind of watch a little bit of the other guys, but you kind of go through phases, and all of a sudden you discover a new YouTuber. So some of you guys might be very recent to my channel, and you're watching a bunch of my videos, you're watching a whole bunch of my older videos, and then for a short period of time, somebody's your favorite. But I don't know. PewDiePie. So you say me? Thank you very much. Funny story. Everyone loves PewDiePie. Funny story. I've told this to a few people, but you guys aren't. I mean, I'm telling you guys the truth. But I actually used to know PewDiePie. I used to talk to him. Used to have his Skype. I helped him start his YouTube channel, or at least I helped him get up and running. And in my old videos, I gave him shout outs and stuff and all that good jazz. Last I talked to PewDiePie, he had 100,000 subscribers, and we were planning on making videos together, but if you guys don't already know this, he doesn't make Call of Duty videos anymore. So, yeah, so we kind of parted ways, and I'm kind of like, man, I really wish I would have held on to that friendship. So, Yeah. So yeah, PewDiePie. I actually, not even kidding. I used to know him. Used to have him on Skype. Don't have him on Skype anymore. But anyways. But yep, I remember talking to PewDiePie. I remember we would talk, and it's so crazy because he would talk. He was struggling, like he was like struggling to survive and have the money to basically live, and he was like, you know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy to think that whenever I knew him and I talked to him, he had less than 300 subscribers. I actually had more subscribers than PewDiePie. That's why I was actually trying to help him out. In my older videos, that's the kind of stuff that I would do back in the day whenever I had like right at 1,000 subscribers like 5 years ago on YouTube. I would help out a lot of smaller channels, and PewDiePie was one of the guys that I helped out. I'm also regretting the fact that I've deleted like 300 of my old videos, which it sucks because I talked about them and I'm like, what the freak? Why did I delete those? But anyways. How did y'all meet? He contacted me on YouTube. He contacted me on YouTube, and then we just got to talking, and then I got his Skype and stuff and everything. Oh gosh. Anyways, would you recommend 74 Delta as an MOS and a non-chem unit? Do you know anyone that has done this job or has disliked it? Can't comment on that because I don't really know much about that MOS, and no, I've never met anybody who has that. You have to go by. It's okay. I'm about to have to go too, guys. Just leave old vids of yours and you don't want people to see unlisted. Yeah, see, I didn't really think about that. I mean, I deleted these videos a long time ago. I think I deleted basically. I think you guys see that I have. I think it's like 400 and something videos on YouTube. Currently, I see that I have like 650 videos on YouTube, but in total that I've uploaded to YouTube over my entire YouTube career, I've uploaded about 1,000 videos on YouTube because back in the day when I was a teeny tiny YouTuber and I was like 18 years old and I just did things for the fun of it, I uploaded 1 to 2 videos a day for like 2 years. And they were pretty crappy if you look at my old videos. They were pretty darn crappy. But I had a freaking blast getting 40 views on a video. I just had a blast. It was good times. Good times. Now the fact that I get like over 1,000, multiple thousands every video just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Give me your blankets. I'm telling you guys, this blanket, my sister got it for me for Christmas last year. It is the softest thing in the world. It is so freaking soft. Oh gosh, it is amazing. It is amazing. Yes, Maximus. Yes, we just need to nail down how we're gonna do it. I think if we nail down how we're gonna do it, then yes, for sure. For sure. For sure. Also, I mean, I'm going to New York soon, or at least planning on going to New York. So if you want to meet me in New York, if you have a passport to come to the U.S., that is a possibility. But it is very soft. Anyways. That is September. Say my name. Love from Canada. Big Daddy. Oh, man. So how many siblings do I have? I have 7. So I've got 4 brothers and 3 sisters. If you include me, that's 5 boys and 3 girls. All are from my parents. So I don't have any stepbrothers or any stepsisters. So, but yeah. So anyways, I think I'm gonna cut off that video. This live stream here. It's around about 2 hours. Around about 2 hours. Going to Benning on the 29th. It's pretty soon, so yeah, just keep on running for sure. When you get to reception, so my advice for you if you're leaving for basic training soon is keep on training up until the day you leave, because when you get to reception, you're not going to be running, you're not going to be doing push-ups, you're not going to be doing that stuff. and just kind of have fun. You know, in a way, you're not about to die, but in a way, treat the last week before you go to basic training as just a time to have fun. Make sure your financial situations and stuff are ready to go, but just have some fun. Hang out with your family, do some things that you've been wanting to do, and just have fun. Don't leave. I've got to leave. I've got to go. But anyways, I should be here next week. The way I'm thinking of things right now, next week I should be good to go to do another live stream. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, generally whenever I do it, around about the same time, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Anyways, can I upload? Can you upload this? Yeah, when you do a live stream on YouTube, at least the way I've been doing it, you can choose to have it uploaded right after. So as soon as I cut this video, it's going to process and then upload to YouTube so you guys can see it. Anyways, so that's going to be it. That is going to be it. So peace out to all you guys. Follow me, last little bit. Again, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Giveaway. It's coming up. 20,000 subscribers. What am I at right now? 19,020. I've gained like 60 subscribers since I started this stream. Really? That's crazy. But anyways, guys, hope you guys have a great night. Why is the flag black behind me? Watch my end of 2017 Q&A. But anyways, hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys next week.